What up, peeps? Tony Baker here, back with another movie review. This time I'm reviewing The Green Book, starring Viggo Mortensen and Mahershala Ali, man. And it's directed by Peter Farrelly. The Farrelly brothers, known for just screwball comedies. There's something about Mary, you know what I mean? Stuck on You. These guys, so Peter Farrelly is dipping into drama, but there's a lot of humor in this movie. The movie is about an accomplished musician, played by Mahershala Ali, who wants to go on a tour of the South. You know, he lives in New York, right above Carnegie Hall, you know, cultured, educated, super talented. And he doesn't even have to do this tour, but he wants to. So he needs a driver. He needs like really more than a driver, just somebody that can escort him, you know, in the deep South. And this is in the 60s, okay? This is 1962. Going down south, being a black entertainer, you might not make it out. So it's a big deal. Tony Lip, an Italian-American guy played by Viggo Mortensen, who, you know, he works at the Copacabana. Tough guy, you know what I'm saying? Throwing people out of the club, you know what I'm saying? Not scared to get into the fisticuffs. Knows his way around the fight in tough situations, okay? He hears about the job and it's like, yo, you know, I want you to escort, because he knows what Tony's capable of, and he could use that down there, you know what I mean? And the thing is, you know, this is the 60s. Tony Lip, he already has his little, you know, racist reservations, because that was it in the time frame. You know, Italians and blacks, they're not getting along. You know what I mean? So, and this is based on a true story. This is based on a true story of actual friendship and this 2-month road trip of the South. Green Book, the title Green Book comes from, they used to make this thing called the Green Book, where they would show African Americans where they could stay and eat in like these certain places where they welcome, you know, people of color. You know what I'm saying? Like if I was going down south, I would need the Green Book to see what hotel I could stay in, where they would serve me. It's crazy to think about that, but yeah, it was an actual thing. So that's why the name of this movie is The Green Book. So along the way, you know how road trip movies are. You know, it's rough at the start, rough in pieces, but you know they end up coming together. True friendship, love, respect, all of that. I'm a fan of the road trip movies because I always like the transition, the dynamic, the build up. Like Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is like one of my favorite road trip movies. This is like Planes, Trains, and Automobiles with a racial element to it. And it was good, man. The performance, Viggo Mortensen was fantastic because I was looking at him like a different guy. You know, clearly it's him, but I was just like, I really felt like I was just looking at a different dude, you know what I'm saying? And Mahershala Ali played Don Shirley just perfect. Just the way he was, the way he carried himself, the way he presented himself, but you could still tell he was dealing with a lot internally when he was able to like compartmentalize it and just, you know, try to hold it together. They were just a really good duo in this movie. I was like, yo, I'm really feeling this. I read an article where it's like, you know, in dealing with racial themes, it's one of those movies where, because, you know, it comes from a white writer and like, you can kind of feel that side of it where it's just like, it's comfortable to watch it, you know, as a white person watching the movie. It's gonna make you uncomfortable in certain things, but you can come away from it feeling like, you know what? Yeah, because a lot of people, honestly, a lot of people don't have racial prejudices and bigotry against other people. And so when you come away like that, like, you know, I would never. And then you see this, you're like, nobody would ever. But, you know, the fact is, it does happen. And sometimes it's not an easy topic to discuss. And there were plenty of uncomfortable scenes in this movie that pissed me off. I was like, man, you know what? But I love to see people's heart change. I love to see that, you know what I mean? And especially in real life. So when you got like, when it's based on a true story, you're just like, man, this really happened right here. And so it's always good to see people's heart change. That was one of the takeaways from this movie. Seeing people just change throughout the time. It's like, yes, that's what I'm talking about, man. And so it's easy going down. Like the movie is heavy in certain spots, but it's still easy. It's easy going down. It's kind of a feel-good movie, even though there's parts in it be like, man, that's some bullshit right there. And, you know, it's that type of movie. Everybody always be like, yeah, that is some bullshit right there. You know what I mean? Everybody on one accord. But the movie's well done. Valerie Cardellini plays Viggo Mortensen's wife, and she was dope in it. I saw one of my favorite comedians, Sebastian Maniscalco, is in this movie. I've been seeing him popping up in movies lately. This dude is so funny to me. Matter of fact, watch his stand-up comedy special, Aren't You Embarrassed, on Netflix. I love seeing stand-up comedians in movies just doing regular acting roles. I'm like, yes, get this money, get this work. Because comedians, we out here, man. We can act. Another takeaway from this movie is the food. Okay, Viggo Mortensen's character can eat. He was eating this whole movie. I loved it. I don't know if y'all know this about me. I love food. I love it when they eat in TV and movies. I love it when food is finished. I'll say that. But in this movie, they actually paying attention to the food because he loves food. Matter of fact, to make ends meet, when he lost his job at the Copacabana, he did a hot dog eating contest just for $50. So he ate like 26 hot dogs. And word is, this is real life. He really did that. 26 hot dogs with the bun and the toppings. That was part of the wager. You gotta eat these with the toppings. And I was like, woo, the toppings? And he did it. I was like, wow. And $50 back in '62, that's like a couple $100 right there. If I'm just doing inflation correctly, I don't know, but that's a big deal. I love the food was a major element in this joint. And Viggo Mortensen put on weight for this role, so he was grubbing. And I liked it. I was like, yes, food, man. But forget all that, man. Y'all wanna know the smooth jazz review of Green Book. Well, here it is. Oh, yeah. I'm giving the Green Book 4.5 saxophones out of 5. Dang. I kind of want to eat some hot dogs right now. You know what I'm saying? Some good old nasty, disgusting hot dogs with the toppings. All right, peeps, that's my review of the Green Book, man. Let me know what you think of the movie in the comment section below. Have you seen it? Do you want to see it? You know what I mean? Let me know in the comment section below. Other movies like this, a lot of people compare this to Driving Miss Daisy on the flip. You know what? I've never seen Driving Miss Daisy, so I couldn't make the comparison, but maybe I'll watch it now because of the Green Book. Anyway, man, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and as usual, we out here.